Good morning guys, Sean Dexter here, back to you with another Bitcoin USD analysis video. And my, what a morning has it been. Bitcoin has had some price action, some seriously exciting price action at that too. And in my opinion, it all started in the early morning hours today when Bitcoin was kind of giving us some hints that, hey, something might be coming, so get ready. So when I woke up this morning, I was looking at a 4-hour time frame, and if you guys remember from just yesterday's video last evening, a quick recap. We were talking about how as long as Bitcoin is living above this 21 EMA, we were fine. We were discussing as to whether this could be accumulation or distribution. I was leaning towards the side of distribution because we kind of had this topping candle over here, right? This indecision candle followed up to the downside where we broke the 10 SMA. And well, a lot of people were calling 10,000, and that was another sign that, hey, maybe we need to be cautious. So we still looked fine up until this candle over here, This happened last night at 1:30 a.m. where we broke to the downside, but we got bought back up and we closed the candle above the 21 EMA. But when I woke up this morning, I saw a rejection of the 10 SMA while price action was living again below the 21 EMA. And now that was a warning sign for me, because after this candle over here, I would have liked for us to see follow through to the upside where we finally break the 10 SMA. Because if you guys look at this, we got rejected 10 SMA once, 10 SMA twice, 10 SMA thrice, tested to the downside of the 4-hour 21 EMA, got bought back up, which is good, but then we would have liked to see price action go up and further and take over the 10 SMA again, but we didn't see that. We saw another rejection with price action living below the 21 EMA. Okay, so that was my warning sign. So I went on over to the 1 hour, and if you guys look at this candle over here, these two candles over here, along with these guys over here, I was using that line here as my baseline. So I put an alert over here. You guys can see this orange dotted line, alert BTC USD crossing 7684.33 to the downside. As soon as we ticked below there, that was my big first signal, that hey, something might be happening. And if you guys remember from yesterday's video where we were looking at the 4-hour, we kind of drew a measured move, right? We drew a measured move on this. Something like this. Let's get that right. Yeah, something like this. What did I point down to? Somewhere around a green 55. In fact, it was pointing towards a break of the green 55. So that's where my greedy side kicked in. I was like, okay, could this be the impetus to kick in the move everybody was waiting for? Let's go on over to our 3-day 10 SMA over here. And why was I looking at that? So I always start with the high time frame targets first. Why was I looking at that? Was because we also had the 3-day 10 SMA line up over there with the daily Kijun. You see that lined up perfectly. So that was my greedy me. But at the same time, I wanted to be a little more safe while getting my bids in, because I wanted to get my bids in. So what I did was I layered my bids into 3 different basically I divided them into 3, right? 30%. So I put 30% here, 30% here, and I was going to buy the rest of the 40% on the Kijun over here, which lined up with the 10 SMA on the 3-day. Furthermore, I was also looking at this 200 SMA here on the 3-day, and we talked about this, I think last video or 2 videos ago. We talked about how we already tested the top of the cloud. Now I would like for us to come and see a test of this 200 MA, and if we do that, I'll be a lot more comfortable with all of this price action. And we did that. We got that test, but at the same time, I wasn't ready to buy there just yet. I could have, that would have been a good buy too. As you can see, we're living above that again. It just got bought back. But a buy the 10-kin on the 3-day would have been really, really nice, right? Which lined up with the 10 SMA again and lined up with the daily Kijun. So that had a lot of confluence there, which is why I put 40% of my bids over there. Unfortunately, and man, this is where things got really crazy, right? We were coming down. I got filled over here for 60%. And then I was like, okay, we're getting there. And in a blink of an eye, I shit you not, I thought I was seeing things. the candle just got eaten up. It went all the way back up here. I'm like, what the hell? And I look at Krisha, right? She's sitting right by me. I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, and I look at her screen to confirm that I'm not seeing things on my screen. And it turned out we actually did get bought back that fast. And on Deribit, we didn't even get all the way back to 6,100. We got to 6,500, 6,400-ish, which was good, because I was also looking for the CME gap fill, guys. This was the trigger. Everybody thought it was going to happen immediately. No, it doesn't work that way. It does happen eventually, right? I mean, it doesn't have, okay, and doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. I really think it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody's looking for it, and the smart money is waiting for the triggers as well. But because everybody's looking for it, it just tends to happen. My theory. There's a lot more to that. I'll talk about that in another video. I know I was supposed to talk about that before, but today's not the day. Anyways, let's go on over to our CMEs. This happens so fast too, right? Let me just pull that up. Where are you guys? I think it's cool. So you can see on the CME, we didn't just have the gap fill, but we had the perfect test of the daily 21, and boom, bought back. This leads me to think that, we are better off playing off the CME charts than anything else. But unfortunately, these charts aren't always open. And on TradingView, they are delayed. Keep that in mind. Unless you pay for it. I think you can pay for it and get the live price action. Okay. Going back to the daily 21. Just yesterday, I was talking about how some of you have been messaging me, asking me when would be the best time to deploy fiat. I think it's been 6 of you so far. And I said, over there was not the time. You might be feeling FOMO up over here between the 8,300 and the 7,000 range, because people are talking about 10K, right? That was another sign, by the way, that so many people are talking about 10K. Maybe things need some cooling off and some shaking off, rather, right? So this wasn't the time here. We were ranging. We needed to pick a side, and we picked a side, right? And then we talked about yesterday about how the best time to have bought last time was the daily 21 during the Bitfinex FUD. And I think we're getting some Bitfinex FUD over here again too. I'm not sure, but I'll look into this after the video. But going back to what I was saying, the last time to have bought was the test of the daily 21 over here, right? And ever since then, we just ran away from the 21. And the question was, when are we going to visit the 21 again? When? It's due for sure, but we don't know when it's going to happen. And what do you know? The very next day, the markets always do this, right? When you're about to lose patience, or when you just do lose patience, and some of you may have lost patience and bought over here just yesterday, and bam, the next day you get your perfect buy again. And this was it, guys. And I didn't get the perfect buy either, right? Because I didn't get filled entirely. I'll talk about my strategy on how I layer up my trend trades as we go up, but I was in the clear here. I could have added an entire position again right over here, but I didn't because I got a little bit greedy. But this was the time, this was the gift. Now, am I saying that we're just going to go upward and above from here? No, I don't know. We may come down again. In fact, we may actually even break the Kijun. I don't know. This is all a probability game, but the probability is leaning towards us staying above this region here, right? We may come and visit it, but I'm expecting us to get eaten up quite quickly again. So the question is, what are we looking for moving forward from here, and what is likely to happen? Now it depends. If you're looking for an altcoin rally, we want a range. Okay, we want Bitcoin to kind of range between this zone here. Now, what would be nice is if we stay above this horizontal over here. As you can see, if we go back to our 4 hour, you'll see something really, really bullish. Look at the ticket just shot back down like that. That's nuts. But put on our EMAs over here. On this dip, not only did we just get eaten up entirely, but we closed above this horizontal that I was looking at and above the green 55. Now, as long as we hold this level on the 4 hour or on the 12 hour, right, this white horizontal, we either hold the 4 hour green 55 or the 12 hour white horizontal and range between here, we'll be fine. But the thing is, guys, we could break this. we could break this and range over here too, and we'd be fine too. And in those scenarios, both the scenarios, I am looking for alts to take a leg up, like a huge leg, not a huge leg up, but a relatively good leg up. Like Ethereum, I'll talk about Ethereum in a bit. Let me just, okay, I'm just going to get rid of all my drawings because we can just do them again. Remove all drawing tools. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and look at Ethereum. Look at Ethereum, same thing, right? Same thing. We broke the 21, but got eaten up and closed above it on the 4 hour. When you look at the daily is looking even better because perfect test of the Tenkin. Perfect test. And every time you see the Tenkin and the Kijun flatten out, you have a good probability play of this price action meeting the Tenkin. So we had that happen. I did not take the trade here. I was too busy with Bitcoin, unfortunately. But if you guys did, congratulations. That was a good buy, really good buy. Like, what is that? 214. And what was that VIC? The VIC alone is 13%, right? If we go and meet the highs again, we'll see 25%. So, or you could have just played this like a scalp. On Bitcoin, what was the move that we had? I think that was close to like 28%. This top of my head. That's 26%. 26% on Bitstamp, right? I think it was probably 30% on BitMEX. But yeah, damn. So damn. Is there anything else we want to talk about? So we have a daily, we have a 3-day. Are we closing a 2-day soon? 2-day is closing on the 19th. Okay, no, this is a new 2-day candle. This is a new 2-day candle. And look at this. This was another signal too, guys. We had and I think Krisha was talking about this morning. We closed the 2-day and it was a spinner doji, right? Call it what you want, but this is an indecision candle on the top and it's freaking red. If you see follow through to the downside, that's a big signal. And the 4 hours telling you, gave you a signal for follow up to the downside. The 1 hour gave you your confirmation. This trade was staring you in the face no matter what time frame you were looking at. So yeah, I don't have much more to talk about now. All that matters is how Bitcoin decides to proceed in this area over here. Are we going to range, or is Bitcoin going to get eaten up? So if we close the daily above this 10 SMA over here, let's go ahead and put a horizontal for you guys. Okay, let's put it over there, and we can put one right there too. We'll make this a zone. Okay, this zone over here. Okay, if we close the daily above that, things are looking really good for Bitcoin. That's bullish as hell. If we close underneath, things are still fine, but I'm expecting us to range in this zone over here. If we close above that, I'm expecting us to range. Well, we don't have to range, eh? This is what we would like Bitcoin to do if we're looking for all coins to rally. But what if we just do something like this? If we break this to the upside, so I'm looking at 8,200-ish on the daily. Okay, if we close a daily candle above 8,200, I'm looking at 10,000, like to be exact 9,800, I believe. But yeah, that's what we are looking at, guys. And if Bitcoin does this, man, people who didn't buy here are gonna be really yeah, they're gonna regret it, because I think everybody was waiting for this, right? They were talking with the CME gaps, blah blah blah, and when it did happen and they don't buy, prices, markets are generous, but not when you want them to be, right? When everybody's expecting the same thing, you see this happen. In the blink of an eye, it'll freaking get bought back up, right? So that's what we're looking at. 3 scenarios: range here, or just boom. Let's see what price does. Accordingly, we react to price action. We don't do any oracle forecasting magical bullshit over here. We just react to the probability of how things play out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I may do one later today, because I'm not sure I covered everything. There's more I want to cover, but I gotta go and finish up my morning readings for the day. And yeah, thought I'd do a quick video this morning, earlier than usual for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Throw the channel a subscribe, throw the video a like. It really helps. Like, it goes a long way. And if you're not in the Telegram group, we're gonna go ahead and put a link below this video. Join us. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.